We all love a good action movie, and the genre has given us a great deal of franchises over the years. And even though we've had amazing continuations of said franchises in the past decade, the same names keep popping up. No new contenders. That is until 2014 came along. A movie came that, against all odds, managed to create its own legendary franchise like the ones we loved as kids. It began with the blunt hit of a hammer. It began with a name.
That fucking nobody is John Wick.
At first glance, the plot of John Wick may seem like your typical V-movie action film. An ex-assassin out for revenge after his dog is killed, played by an action star from another era. Let's be honest, if Netflix were to use the same premise, it would likely end up buried in their catalog within weeks. So how did this low-budget movie become a multi-million-dollar franchise? Let's take a closer look at what makes John Wick stand out within the genre, and how it has become one of the greatest action movie franchises of all time. The most obvious aspect of John Wick's success is in the way it handles action. Directed by two former stuntmen and action choreographers, Chad Stahelski and David Leitch, they possess decades of experience in the industry, having worked on movies such as the Matrix trilogy and The Mechanic. Their expertise is evident in every perfectly choreographed fight scene. They also implemented the exciting Kung Fu, a style that combines martial arts and firearms in a fast-paced rhythm. Made famous by director John Woo in the 80s with films like A Better Tomorrow and The Killer. The cinematography and editing of the action scenes are equally crucial to the franchise's effectiveness. Unlike modern action movies that overuse multiple camera angles during a fight, John Wick uses wide lenses that allows us to see every aspect of the fight scenes. In contrast to the frantic editing style popularized by movies like the Jason Bourne franchise, John Wick favors continuous shots that allow the action to flow without interruptions. These decisions allow us to feel every blow, every shot, and every pencil, as if we were right in the middle of it. The action also perfectly balances a realistic and slightly exaggerated tone, like something we would see in an 80s action movie. All of this makes the action in John Wick brutal, exciting, and authentic. John Wick's aesthetic is more than just pretty colors and cool costumes. It's a crucial element that sets it apart from other modern action films. From the very beginning, the filmmakers paid close attention to the cinematography, creating a rich color palette that evolves with each new installment. Characterized by neon lights and careful use of shadows, brings us into a dark and dangerous world of crime, but one with a rich history that we want to explore. The urban, nocturnal, and rainy scenarios create a unique and self-contained world that we can fully immerse ourselves in. The costumes are another aspect of the aesthetic that is carefully selected to convey a sense of elegance and danger. John Wick's black suit and tie have become iconic within the genre, on par with the Terminator's leather jacket and Neo's coat from The Matrix. Even his dog and car are crafted with the same level of detail, becoming an extension of John Wick's character and making him stick in our minds. All of this attention to detail is central to the construction since the first film and has become a trademark of the entire franchise. It's not just about looking cool, it's about creating a fully realized world that draws us in and keeps us engaged. In addition to the visual aesthetic, the world building in John Wick is another outstanding aspect of the franchise. It presents a world of assassins and criminals that operate in the shadows, with their own ancient technology and currency. The details and rules that govern their lives give each character an interesting background that prevents them from becoming generic action characters or villains who look cool but have no substance. The Continental is a perfect example of this world building, an exclusive hotel for assassins where guests must abide by certain rules if they want to stay safe. Every little detail of the world feels real and consistent, creating a mythology that gets us deeper into the story and makes us want to know more. Scenes like Santino D'Antonio showing John a coin with his blood on it creates a sense of depth and history that adds to the overall experience. In the world of John Wick, sequels aren't just sequels, they're like chapters in a really badass book. And with the way each one picks up, you could easily read it all in one sitting. That's because this franchise knows exactly how to keep the action coming, and the pacing relentless. Every injury Wick takes is felt throughout the series, with his bruises and scars serving as a constant reminder of the danger he's faced. And unlike other franchises that have each sequel years apart in their story, John Wick wastes no time. The stakes are always high, with every move Wick makes having immediate and far-reaching consequences. Whether he's retrieving his stolen car just as the second chapter begins, or as we watch him running in the third one right after breaking the assassin's code of the previous chapter, story never slows down. It's like the filmmakers are saying, you want action? We've got action. You want consequences? We've got consequences. And we're not gonna stop until you're begging for more. Let us delve into the enigmatic John Wick himself, a character that's sure to get your heart racing if you're a fan of the action genre. From his awe-inspiring introduction with the legend of the bar and the pencil, to his first on-screen beatdown donning his slick black suit, John Wick embodies the quintessential hero archetype with a thirst for vengeance that makes him undeniably captivating. Not only does his mythical reputation amongst his foes add depth to his character, it also sets the stage for when he finally unleashes his fury. It makes us believe every legend told about him. But as cool and calculated as John Wick is, his backstory is heartbreaking and has emotional depth, providing a level of humanity that sets him apart from the rest. His motivation for revenge is driven by the loss of his wife and puppy, bringing him back into a world he wanted to leave behind. John Wick is a cinematic masterpiece that's more than just a mindless action flick. It's a symphony of violence, a canvas painted with blood and bullets. And it couldn't have reached the success it has today if it wasn't for one man.
You're breathtaking!
Let's face it, Keanu Reeves is John Wick. He's like a modern-day samurai, a killing machine with a heart of gold. Keanu's commitment to the role is nothing short of amazing. He trained for months to perfect his fighting skills, mastering jiu-jitsu, judo, and boxing. And let's not forget his expertise with firearms. He could probably take out an entire army if he wanted to. His dedication to the physicality of the role is so inspiring that he's influenced other actors to do their own stunts, such as Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde and Bob Odenkirk in Nobody. Talk about a trendsetter. And let's not forget Keanu's acting skills. I know he's not the greatest actor alive, but he delivers lines that range from bone-chilling to downright cheesy, all with a stoic and commanding presence.
I'm thinking I'm back!
John Wick is much more than a simple action franchise. Every aspect of this world has been crafted with meticulous attention to detail, immersing us in a dark and dangerous universe. In the end, John Wick stands tall among the great action franchises, with its place secured in both the Olympus of cinema and my personal ranking too. So here's to the Baba Yaga, the perfect action hero.